and welcome back to my channel, Frances Rose Art, the channel about art and creativity. And today I'm going to show you a picture that I saw on Pinterest, a seahorse that I wanted to draw with my oil pastels. You see me using the Sennelier oil pastels as well as the Aldi oil pastels and Bösner, which are only located in Germany. But that doesn't really matter. You can use any oil pastels that you have. Most of them just are similar. I love to use the Sennelier, which are very pricey, I have to say, but I like the variety of colors and that you can get each color, each stick on its own. You don't have to buy a big set each and every time, which is the case in some of the more cheaper oil pastels. But no matter which one you use, it depends on what you're trying to do. The Sennelier are very soft, very smushy, and if it's warm, they get even more buttery. So you need to be really sure what you want to do with them and be aware of the fact that some of the oil colors or oil sticks are more soft and some of them you buy, they're more hard. I also look at the light fastness and the pigments, which I think is important to know if you want to sell the pictures that you painted. I sketched the seahorse a couple of days ago, and like I said before, I got the image from Pinterest, and now I'm trying to color the seahorse just the way that it looks on the picture. Of course, it's not going to be the same because it's a photo and what I'm doing is a painting, but I'm trying to make it as bright and colorful as it seems on the photo. I know that is kind of hard to achieve, especially if you don't paint with oil pastels all the time, but don't worry, even if it doesn't come out the way you wanted it, do not give up, keep practicing, and it will get better in time. Sometimes when I work with certain materials, like in this case the Sennelier, I want to know a little bit more about the medium and I want to know about the ingredients, and sometimes I stumble across some history, some art history, and in this case I want to tell you that the Sennelier were invented from Henry Bernhard Goetz. He was a surrealistic artist, but he came from France and he studied in New York and finally went to Paris and stayed in Paris. And 1949, he started his own art school. Actually, he wanted to be an electrical engineer, but he noticed that he likes to do art, and that's how he came to be an artist later on. And he asked his friend Henry Sennelier to invent something new, something totally new, and that's because of Pablo Picasso, which asked for a new medium. And that's how the Sennelier oil pastels were invented. And I thought that is pretty interesting. If you're interested in the story or the details of the story, just check it out or wherever you can look up these informations. Those are just some short facts about how the Sennelier oil pastels were invented, but the story behind some materials make you look at them differently and work with them differently and honor them a little bit more, in my opinion. Yeah. If you like my channel and everything I do on here, please subscribe and give me the thumbs up. That is at no cost and it helps me a lot. Thanks. Hey, you guys, I'm back. First of all, let me say I'm sorry for me being in the picture all the time, my head and my hair. I haven't found the perfect spot for the camera yet. Uh, some of you might know that I just moved and I got a new studio and I need to find out how to film even better. I'm working on it. I'm now using the oil pastels from Aldi, and what I like about those is they have really vibrant colors, and I think the variety is not bad. But for somebody like me, I love to have 1,000 green tones and 500 blue and red tones. But those are okay. So just for a person to start, this set is really perfect, especially because of the price. I only paid like €4 for them, which is about $4. I also like the fact that they are a little bit harder than the Sennelier, so I can do lines and little details better with them than with the other ones. But you can also really smudge them, which is important to me. That's why I love the Sennelier. You can really smudge them real good and mix them up on the paper. But what you gotta look out for is do not smudge them until you got all the colors down. I do that on the end. That's why the picture looks a little bit like a child painted it in between, because I just, like you can tell here, I just sketch basically all the things that I'm painting, like right now the underwater plants, and I really do that loose. I don't go into too much detail, and basically that's how I draw. I lay colors above each other because if you smudge them, you will not be able to put some color on top of it once you really made it smooth. So that's why I paint everything and draw everything in and then smudge basically at the end. While painting this seahorse, I've noticed that I don't really know anything about these animals. So I checked out the internet and found some really cool facts about seahorses, and let me tell you about them. It's really funny, and it's. I'm pretty sure you didn't know everything about them. So first of all, seahorses are one of the few species in the animal kingdom where the males carry and give birth to babies. The female deposits the eggs into the male's pouch where he fertilizes and nurtures them until they hatch. That is crazy. The second cool fact is some seahorses can change color to blend in with their surroundings, helping them to avoid predators. Certain species even grow skin filaments, I don't know how to say it, that resemble seaweed. The third cool fact is they have no stomach but are constantly hungry. Seahorses lack a stomach, so food passes through their digestive system quickly. Because of this, they need to eat almost constantly to survive. The fourth fact: unlike most fish, seahorses have a prehensile tail that they use to anchor themselves to coral, seaweed, or other objects, preventing them from being swept away by currents. The fifth fact is many seahorse species are monogamous and stay with the same partner for their entire lives. They reinforce their bond with a daily dance that can last for hours. That is cute. The sixth fact is that seahorses are among the slowest moving fish in the ocean. They rely on their small dorsal fin, which beats up to 50 times per second, but they are still pretty weak against strong currents. The seventh fact: unlike most fish, seahorses have bony plates instead of scales. This makes them rigid and less flexible, but also gives them natural armor. Number 8. Like chameleons, seahorses can move each eye independently, allowing them to scan for food and predators at the same time. Number 9. Despite their slow movement, seahorses are skilled hunters. They use a special suction feeding technique, snapping up tiny shrimp and plankton in a fraction of a second. And the last fact is the smallest seahorse, the pygmy seahorse, is less than an inch long, while the larger species, the big-bellied seahorse, can grow up to 14 inches. Some interesting facts. Which one of them did you know? As you can tell, I'm adding white onto the background because I wanted to lighten up the background a little bit more. It seems as the seahorse is not lifting up from the background, so I have to make sure that I make it look more diffused, a little bit more lighter. If you haven't done so far, please consider subscribing and giving me the thumbs up. That doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me to be able to create more content for you guys. So as you can tell, I'm smudging now, and while smudging, I'm adding white and maybe some other colors in between. And I'm carefully smudging. I'm not smudging to the point where it's pretty smooth, um, because I want to make sure that I can layer some more colors on top. But as you can tell, smudging oil pastels makes it look like a total different medium and a total different picture. To be honest, I already thought that this was not one of my best pictures, but like I told you before, do not stop, do not give up. Just keep on painting, drawing, whatever you do, and let the picture develop. Sometimes the ugly phase is a little bit longer than it's supposed to. Actually, you also need to practice, and practice means that not every picture is going to turn out perfect, and we need to be able to just live with that. Just don't That's why I don't stop in the middle and say this is ugly, this is not going to turn out, and throw it away. I just keep on drawing. That way I can keep practicing my skills with oil pastel, and even though I don't like that picture too much, I'm glad that I did try, and I will try again. For me, it's really important not to give up too soon and too easy. Just, I keep on trying. So I advise you to do the same. Sometimes, you can turn an ugly picture into something nice. And even if it stays ugly to you, somebody else might like it anyway. Let me know in the comments what you think about the picture, and if you like it or not. Both answers are totally fine with me. I like to get some tips and tricks if you are a pro, and let me know what I did wrong, or let me know if you have a different idea. Whatever's on your mind, just let me know. Just be respectful and kind. Thank you. So as you can tell, the picture's slowly coming together, and I'm doing the final touches. It does hurt on your fingers once you've been doing a big picture like this. So sometimes you need a break or use something else like a paper stump to smudge. Just be careful so you don't hurt yourself, because sometimes you can tear the skin under your nails or your fingers get hot. So be really careful. Anyway, I hope I could inspire you to do something different if you haven't tried oil pastels. Just start by getting a small set if you get the expensive kind, or maybe just get some cheaper ones, but make sure that they have the right softness for you, because some of the cheap ones might be too hard and you won't be able to smudge them pretty well, and then you'll be disappointed. So make sure to try out some. I can highly recommend Sennelier. I know they are expensive, so maybe just get a small set or just get some colors, maybe just 5 or 6 colors, just to try them out, and start small before investing all that money, and you might not like it. If you are able to get the cheap kind from Aldi, do not hesitate. You can do nothing wrong, no matter if they cost $4 or $5. Those are really, this is a bargain. You can do nothing wrong. And if you have other brands, like I have also Paul Rubens, you can buy these over Amazon. You can get, I think it's like the set of 48 for around $30, $35 maybe. That's what I paid here in Germany. They are pretty well too. They are pretty smooth and pretty soft, and yeah, I highly recommend those too. Right here, I'm scratching a little detail into the picture. Sadly, I cannot really show you. It doesn't come up on the camera like it does in person. But if you do oil pastel, just try it out to scratch something into the wax. It always looks really nice. So thanks for watching. Thank you for the thumbs up and the subscription. I hope to see you next week. So get creative, have fun, and bye bye.